Greetings, fellow nerds. Welcome to another MTGA Nerfed video where we're doing some Forgotten Realms Standard 2022 ranked. We're bringing back an old deck that definitely got a little bit lower on the power curve, but it's still a solid deck, I think. I tried to make it the best I could potentially, but if you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below about how you would make changes to this deck. I do have the Aether link to the deck list in the description. If you want to see more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, whatever helps you find me a little bit easier in the future. We're on the way to 300 subs, as we have been for quite some time. So we're getting there, getting a little bit closer. I'm also live on Twitch if you want to follow me there. Doing some MTGA, obviously, some RPG games, occasionally some Valorant. Not the best shooter, but I like playing with friends. So, you know, if you want to see goofy stuff, be sure to follow me on Twitch, description down below. So anyways, Dimir Rogues, 2022. Definitely a huge blow to... I think I played the Lures version like once or twice. I just felt like an awful human being playing it. Each to their own is just not... I don't know. I just felt like super bleh playing it. But the regular version, I left playing with Xerath, but this deck took a huge loss with Thieves Guild Enforcer rotating out, but it's still some good stuff. Forgotten Realms gave us some cards, so let me show you what we're working with. So we got 4 Wind Robbers, still a solid 1-drop, can draw cards, can jump block, does a little bit of everything. 2 Blood Chief's Thirst for the removal, just 2 of, because we're playing other removal spells, and it is sorceress, that's something I want to keep in mind. 3 Wanty Melonsons. We're not a venture deck, but if you're at a stalemate with your opponent, this is nice to kind of maybe break that stalemate, and venture is just a nice additional thing you can get on your opponent, perhaps. 3 powered kills, only 3 because there are dragons, demons, devils, and angels flying around still, so I didn't want to commit to a full set, but still a solid removal card. 4 Cradles of Baldur's Gate, does a little bit of everything. I wish it was like a I don't know, like I'd prefer it to maybe be like a 2-1, no, not a 2-1. I don't know. I think this card is missing a little something. Maybe the unblockable is a little too expensive for my taste, but it does a little bit of everything, which is nice. 3 Rose Class, does everything Rose Class wants. All levels are great. 4 Song of Thought Thieves, no change there. We all know how good this card is. Glasspool Mimic, I've always enjoyed Glasspool Mimic just because sometimes you usually end up with like 2 copies of Song of Thought Thief, but Glasspool Mimic can maybe give you that 3rd or 4th that you're looking for. Nighthouse Scavenger does everything pretty well. 3 Poison in the Cups for removal. I do like this for the Foretell for the Scry too. 2 Baleful Masteries for the removal. Only playing 2 because at most times we're probably actually going to play this for the alternate cost, allowing the opponent to draw a card. But still a good removal spell. 3 Xerath Stands because I love my homie. He's the best. 2 Academy's Awakening, 11 Islands, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, which is pretty solid in this deck, and 7 Swamps. I didn't play the giant one, the blue giant land, just because it's super expensive, and Rogues is like, you're usually pretty low on the mana curve, and you're using most of your mana anyway to like just play your creatures and swing in. And with the addition of Rogue Class, that's also something to consider. This is an interesting hand. I'm going to keep it anyway. I don't know if this is good or not, but we're about to find out. So we'll see in just about a second if this was a good keep. I would have preferred these to be Skythought Thieves, but whatever. You can't choose. Okay. I'll play the Cradle. Oh, okay, so we're playing Elves. I haven't seen that in a while. I've not seen Elves in quite some time. This is weird. We're in a position where like we want to draw creatures, or we might want to draw lands. I don't know. This is a weird situation to be in. Drawing 2 out of a 3 Xerathans in an opening hand is extremely low, but it happened, and you got to work with what the game gives you. So yep, there's the guy who pumps out tokens. Okay, this works. This guy here. Go ahead and attack. Probably blocks it. Doesn't block it for whatever reason. Alright, well I just got free damage and a free mill. So that's pretty nice. We do want to keep that for the Xerath stand here. Double War Master. Nice play. Oof. Okay, lots of things incoming. Alright, well, we will get a Xerath out. It's going to be interesting, though, because Xerath's not going to do a whole bunch after, honestly. So, we'll do our best here. No. And I forgot that guy had reach, actually, so F my life. Maybe he forgot, too. No, he didn't. Yeah, okay, Elves is not a good matchup. Good to know. Elves is not a good matchup. I forgot that guy had reach, and I should know that because I play it. So, yeah, flame me in the comments, please. I need to be a better player. Honestly, yeah, it's not the best matchup. And you don't see Elves too often anyway. But that was, that was not a, maybe that was a hand that was worth mulliganing, honestly, but, okay, I'm gonna keep this hand. I'm being greedy. F it. I feel like this is less greedy. It doesn't have the turn 1 play that I want, but it's still a solid play nonetheless. Looks like we're playing against Red Black Treasures, probably the best deck in the meta right now, just because you like cheap out Willspan Dragon and then you cheap out other things. Oh, maybe not? Thought it was, but yeah, you got it. I don't know what this is. Dimir good stuff? Wow. I would have loved it if he kept that, because he wouldn't be able to play them, but... oh well. And I actually can't mill it anyway. Or can't play it with Xerath. Man, that was one of the worst mills I've ever seen. But it's all good. Okay. You want to make him unblockable? Okay, sure. It's fine with me. That was... okay, I did not want that anyway, so that works, I suppose. I'm going to send that to the bottom. Alright, okay. Draw a card that doesn't really help us out here in any means, but we'll just play our stuff. Why not? It doesn't matter, because I don't have the mana. So we're trading here. Yeah, that works for me. I don't think I need the 1/1 flyer. I mean, he's kind of already done his thing, I feel like. I mean, I don't mind not drawing a land at this point, because, I mean, I can still do stuff regardless. So it looks like he's just playing Dimir good stuff, question mark. I'm not really sure what's happening here. I don't know if this is a deck I missed out on the internet, because Lord knows the internet does some weird things, and then everyone copies it, so... Kept on top, okay. So is that a card he doesn't mind losing, or what's going on here? What's going on? Okay, I thought the Thought Thief was worse personally, but apparently not. Okay, perfect. Yep, drew another Xerath, exactly what I wanted. Okay, so maybe we can draw a land anytime soon, or black mana to play any of our cards. I mean, we could play this for the alternate cards. It's not really what I want to do, but here we are. Probably mills. Okay, yeah, mill a land. Which is nice. So that's good, right? Maybe. We don't draw a land here, so we're gonna have to consider how to use Baleful Mastery here. So we just gotta be a little careful here. And I definitely cannot pump in the Xerath just because he might have a kill spell with 2 mana. Oh, we did end up drawing a land. How nice. Okay. So, ooh, Ebon Death. That's a card. Okay. So, we do have to pay the 3 life. We can't, like, just sit around and do absolutely nothing. So, here we go. 7/3 flyer, though, with lifelink. Pretty solid. That should be able to threaten the opponent a little bit, maybe to encourage them to use their mana a little bit. Very interesting. All right. Well, I'll block this guy. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I still gain 7 life, so that's pretty good with me. So I'm actually going to do this. Very nice. And I actually get to just play your stuff. Give me your stuff. I want to play your stuff. Alrighty, I think we can take 2, right? That doesn't seem too bad. I don't see the issue of taking 2 here. Voila. Alright, let's get in there. Just kind of want to see what I'm working with here. Ooh. I like that. I will play a swamp, actually. Okay. So Ebon Death is here. We can just exile that, no problem. We have an Ebon Death of our own to play as well, which is pretty nice. So lots of good things are happening here. Kind of seeing what the opponent has here that I want. There's another Ebon Death in the graveyard. Okay, decides to... I feel like that's a good thing, right? Definitely just take the 1. I'm not in any danger to my knowledge. Sure, no problem. Okay, let's play your island. I'm surprised that we're stabilizing, but drawing lands will help you stabilize usually. Okay. Another Eye-Witch, why not? I'll pass turn. We can play the... I believe we can play him at flash speed, so it's pretty good with me. That should be enough to end the game, to my knowledge. We have lots of things that we like. So this game ended up working out in our favor. I'm not really sure what the opponent was building. I think it just looks like Dimir good stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, nice, very nice. Well, knowing that he can't cast the, knowing that you can't cast the Draco Lich, I'm not too worried. Sure. And this guy has Menace. Yeah, so all our flyers have Menace too. So that game ended up working out for us. I was pretty confident we weren't going to draw a land there, because usually if you ask for something hard enough, you don't get it. That's kind of how Arena works, so maybe I just have to assume, you know what, I'm not going to get it, and then I'll get it. Maybe that's how MTG works after all. So I would say, yeah, you definitely want to like be aggressive as much as possible. So maybe mulliganing is very important for this hand. It's just not something I like to do personally. Well, we definitely have to mulligan this. I just can't play it without any of my creatures. We can definitely keep this hand. I'll get rid of the Wanty for now. I would love to not draw land, personally, because, you know, you know, we're just gonna work with what we have. That's just how I play things anyway. Just do the best you can with what you got. Looks like we're playing against Rakdos Treasure. This is definitely a deck we might lose to, just because it is so strong. It just cheats out creatures incredibly fast. Yep, so we don't draw a land there, which is fine. Exactly what I predicted. Makes it easier, actually, to kind of know what I'm doing. And unfortunately, we haven't mulliganed any of their big creatures, so that might mean that something big is coming. So I'm going to hold back for Baleful Mastery here, allow them to draw a card. Yep, and then here comes the Treasure. No? Okay. Well, I do have to hold up mana regardless, just in case the Goldspan Dragon decides to make an appearance. We don't draw a land once again, no surprises there. But we do get him for some damage, which is nice. Maybe we can make this work. We filled some nice cards. Yeah, again, a land would have changed everything because we would have been able to play a creature and then hold up for a Baleful Mastery. Such is not meant to be, of course. Is what happens. It's just what you do. You just kind of prepare for the worst. Opponent will play a land here, and then probably play Deadly Dispute, sack the Shambling Ghast, and then be able to play Goldspan Dragon. But we are prepared for that. Oh, okay, they didn't get the Goldspan Dragon. Very interesting. Of course, we are not drawing lands either. Like I said, you know, once you know what to prepare for, you can make the decision of just knowing how to play certain things. Right? So there is a Deadly Dispute, like I said, there is a Deadly Dispute. Oh, it decides to not create a treasure token. Doesn't need to. Makes sense. So plays a land, probably plays Goldspan Dragon here. There we go. Okay, so we do have to get rid of that. That is just a big no-no. Alright, in response to casting, you may draw a card. You do get a treasure. At this point, unfortunately, it is too late to stop the threat. We've milled none of their big threats. We didn't get to play any of our creatures for the most part. So this game is already been pretty much decided. I'm not going to... the opponent's too far ahead. They probably have another Goldspan Dragon. So really no point in playing that game out, right? Was that a greedy keep? I would say absolutely not. That was a hand that was very reasonable. It was 3 lands. There was no reason to think we wouldn't be able to draw any more. Instead, we drew copies of cards that we basically really couldn't play, or it wouldn't have an impact whether we played it. So those games, this hand we keep. Yeah, this hand is very doable. It might get removed, but we're gonna do the best we can with it. Those games, you know, just don't worry about them. You know, if you get mana screwed or mana flooded in MTG, it happens. It happens in real life too, right? So don't ever think that like that game specifically was like a bad matchup. Just kind of focus on how do I get to be a better player. Okay, I did say that this was a harder matchup for us, and this one definitely is. Because Power Word Kill is pretty much useless here. So we pretty much have a dead card in our hand. It's going to be pretty rough to play around. Oh, okay, I kind of like what I'm seeing here. Goes for the Doomscar play, okay. A very interesting decision because they do play creatures, so that's always a interesting card to play. But when a creature deck, but sometimes when you know that you're behind, it's not a bad move to play. So nice play from our opponent to exile our stuff. Very nice indeed. We do draw a land, which is nice. So I'm gonna actually foretell this, and we get to play Power Kill. So right now we're in a position where it's going to be very difficult to win, and that's because we've kind of just poured out everything in our hand anyway. We don't really have anything else going for us at this point. It's going to be really difficult for us to kind of be in a position to be threatening, but we'll try our best nonetheless. Let me see if I can Opponent didn't fall for it, so a little unfortunate here, but I was really hoping they wouldn't block, but they decided to block anyway. I didn't think they need to block personally, but I guess it works out. Okay. I think I do level up here. We'll end the turn. We're not losing quite yet, but we're gonna start losing momentum in just a moment. So I'm trying my best to figure out what the best play is. It's really difficult to tell, to be quite honest. Okay, it kind of worked out. Opponent's trying to play it safe a little bit. Don't need a land. I'm not sure how much Thought Thief actually helps us at this point. Does he help us? Yeah, he might. I'll keep it for now. Do lose a creature. Right, because Rampage of the Valkyries. Yeah, that... Oh, another one. Oh, wow, their hand is just good stuff. Oh, and I spent the blue mana for what the auto tap here really hurt me. Yeah, I think the opponent has this. Their hand is just good stuff at this point. There's really not much we can do to kind of mitigate the damage that is coming. They just have lots of good stuff that they enjoy. So, yeah. Yeah, the opponent certainly has this. Their hand is just good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. If you don't really have much to offer, unfortunately. I mean, might as well. I guess I have to try. I definitely don't want to land, but thank you. And we got a land out of the... Oh, man. Yeah. Nothing surprising here going on. And then everything... We're going to lose our board from stage 2. Yup, the opponent has this. No surprise there. Yeah, once they play the Doomscar, which again, interesting choice. Not something I would put in an Orzhov Angels deck because that is a creatures deck. It feels like that was more of like, hey, maybe this is a 1 or a 2 of, just in case I do fall behind, and they managed to play it out there. So, what can you do? We'll get in for one more game here, see if we can cinch out a victory. Again, I did say that this deck did lose a lot of power in the power ranking. Just losing Deep Skills Enforcer, I think, was the biggest blow. Losing Drown in the Lodge was also a huge blow. So we definitely have to mulligan this. Can't play without any blue mana of sorts. We can work with this. Pretty awful hand, but what's new here? We'll send back a Glass Bowl mix, shall we? Yeah. Pun's going first also. Very nice. Yeah, so I don't know if this deck looks like another red-black treasures deck. I don't even know if I want to play this out, honestly. I've run into so much red-black treasure that the only deck I've actually beaten with red-black treasure is mono green if I just go super fast and I trick them into using their combat spells. But yeah, I don't think this is quite what I'm looking for here. This is not a deck I personally want to be playing against, but I'll give it a shot. We are also getting flooded here. Man, I just want to scoop, honestly. Just the amount of lands I'm giving too. Very nice. Yeah, we got none of our plans going on here. nothing is happening in our favor. So, yeah, if they play a Goldspan Dragon, we're pretty much dead. Which looks like it's going to be the case. 5 mana right there. Boom. Easy prediction. And it's huge. Yeah, we'll scoop. No point in playing this one out. That's Red Black Treasures is the deck to kind of look out for. If you haven't seen my mono green video, definitely check that out. That is one of the few decks I think that has a chance of beating the Red Black Dragons, but not all the time. Or Red Black Treasure, but yeah, I think, you know, for some of you who are thinking like, oh, Rogues was super good for the longest time on Carry to Mythic, you might want to slow down your horses just a little bit for Standard 2022, kind of reconsider the meta and look into all of that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you found it educational in some way or some form or another. Be sure to hit subscribe, like, thumbs up, all that good stuff. Right now up top, YouTube is showing you a video of my most recent upload, and we'll upload that as a video that YouTube thinks you specific like. So go ahead, check those videos out, explore their channel. It really helps me out. Again, thank you all so much for watching. If you stuck around, I'll see you for the next Nerd Fill.